Magandang umaga sa'yo, kung gabi mo napapanood ang video ito, magandang gabi. Isa na namang trending na pasyalan ang ating pupuntahan. Halika samahan nyo kami, welcome sa aming walkthrough video. The Taal Basilica, canonically known as the Minor Basilica of St. Martin of Tours, Filipino, Basilica ni San Martin ng Tours. In Spanish, Basilica Menor de San Martin de Tours, is a minor basilica in the town of Taal, Batangas, within the Archdiocese of Lipa. It is considered to be the largest church in the Philippines and in Asia, standing 88.6 meters 291 feet long and 48 meters 157 feet wide. Martin of Tours is the patron saint of Taal, whose feast is celebrated every November 11. In 1575, 3 years after the founding of the town of Taal in its old site near the shores of Taal Lake, work began on the construction of its first church by Father Diego Especially Ina, OSA with Martin of Tours as patron saint. The church was rebuilt in 1642 using stronger materials, but it was destroyed in 1754 along with the town of Taal in the largest recorded eruption of the Taal volcano. This event led to transfer of the town and the church farther away from the volcano to its present site atop an elevated hill facing Balayan Bay. The ruins of the previous church can still be seen in the present-day town of San Nicolas. Father Martin Aguirre donated the land and began the construction of the new church in 1755. It was continued by Father Gabriel Rodriguez in 1777 and by Father Jose Victoria in 1782. Father Ramon del Marco decorated the church, built the convent, and paved the processional road with bricks around the atrium of the parochial building. This church was damaged by a strong earthquake on September 16, 1852, centered near the Taal volcano, though no volcanic eruption was recorded. Construction of the present church began in 1856 by Father Marcos Anton with Spanish architect Luciano Oliver, commissioned to design and manage the construction of the new church. Although it was unfinished, it was inaugurated in 1865. The huge church was completed by Father Agapito Aparicio in 1878, adding the main altar of Doric style measuring 24 meters 79 feet high and 10 meters 33 feet wide. He was also responsible for the baptistry made with tiles imported from Europe. The stone church had 3 naves with a grand transept and an elegant facade with Enoch and Doric orders. A small tower on the left side of the facade contained the large church bell, which in 1942 was destroyed by an earthquake. The church was then restored in 1953 in preparation for the canonical coronation of the Our Lady of Quezasay. The following year on December 8, 1954, the church was declared as a minor basilica, the third in the country to be given such honor. The church was again restored in 1972 by the Taal Quadricentennial Council for the 400th anniversary of the town's establishment. By Presidential Decree No. 375 on January 16, 1974, the church was declared a national shrine. The old belfry was later rebuilt in 1990 under the supervision of the National Historical Institute. In 2011, upon the assignment of Monsignor Alfredo Madlang Bayan, the basilica underwent another renovation as sections the church interior were repainted to match its original trompe-l'oeil ceilings. The tower was also modified to imitate the old tower destroyed by the earthquake of 1942, and a new set of carillon bells was later installed. The renovations was completed in November that same year. On April 4, 2017, the basilica was damaged by a magnitude 5.5 earthquake that struck Tinglo. The basilica was significantly damaged further by twin earthquakes, magnitudes 5.6 and 6.0, that struck the neighboring towns of Mabini and Taysan that occurred 4 days later on April 8. The National Historical Commission of the Philippines is undertaking some precautionary measures in order to preserve the basilica.
nakaschedule ng kasal ngayon. Ganda. Isa sa malaking yung ating parang nanawag din talaga. So ang ganda. Ang ganda din ng wala. So hindi tayo kaprasong panalangin. Ito tayo dito. Buksan tayo. Baka makadisturbo tayo sa mga nananalangin. Tayo sa gilid para hindi tayo maka-istorbo sa kanila. Ay, labas na tayo. Labas tayo. Natin yung outside. Sana hindi bawal magpalipad ng drone. Ano yung labas?
Pero sa ano na lang, binalikan na lang ulit namin.
Yeah, what's that?
Hindi, okay naman. Basic. Automatic na. Wala pa.
360 yan, sir. Kahit sa likod niya, kita-kita. Isa pa. Sige po. 1, 2. Mami, nilapit ko kaya? Nilapit ko kaya? Patakpan na kayo. Portrait ko lang. Agos na konti. Agos na tayo. Sige po, agos na kaya, portrait. Let's go.
Escuela Pia. Escuela Pia is a school supervised by the church and was named after the congregation established by San Jose of Quilansons during the 17th century. Augustinian priests constructed this convent that which later became school for underprivileged Taal youth. The present edifice was built through the effort of P. Aniceto Aparicio in 1885. This Escuela Pia had become the central school during the American regime. In addition, the restoration of Escuela Pia building, which is considered to be one of the oldest educational institutions in the country, was initiated by Taal Arts and Culture Movement Inc. This is also in cooperation with National Historical Institute. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Kindly also hit the notification bell to remind you an update once we have a new uploaded. Maraming salamat.